I'm on a treasure hunt today. Come on in and let me show you.
Hello everybody, it's Julia Laird with Senior Susie Stamps, and today is Sunday, so it's Sunday with Susie. And check out this brown bag. I donate cards to the senior center, and so the director of the senior center sent this bag with Peggy the other day, and it's one of these great big monster shopping bags, and so I thought it would be fun today to unpack it and see just what we've got. So let me get it out of the crinkly bag and lay it out on the table, and I'll be right back. So inside the big brown bag was another brown bag, and this is return from things I have sent to the senior center. So these are the plastic sleeves, and they're all in really good shape. I'll just put these back into service. Over here on my little desk over here on the left side, I keep all that stuff, and these I have a little spot for in the studio over on the shelf. These little wire baskets came from the Dollar Tree, and they're nice for just sending out about 25 cards. You can put a little bow on them and fancy them up if you want to. Lots of times the senior center just returns that I send things out in, so that's where this goes back on the shelf for probably Valentine's cards. So here's kind of the mishmash that was in that second bag, and at first glance it may be something I can use in the studio, and probably not, but I found some nice little Halloween embellishments in here. Let me show you. Some little bats and some purple stars and some skulls. So I'll put that back in this bag, and then I will add that to my little Halloween embellishment tray, and you'll probably see it next year. So that one I'm going to save. Now things like this I will not use, but you remember I mentioned to you in a video earlier that the ladies of my church support a 5th grade class in the Adopt-A-Class program, and so this is probably something that the teacher of the 5th grade can use. So I'm going to set that aside to save. My first sort will be can anybody use it, or is it trash? And so that's what I'm doing now. These are little stickers that I think the teacher can use. And if she can't use them, she'll pass them on to the art teacher or another classroom. This stuff that's all wrinkled up like this, I'm going to put straight in the trash. The reason I wanted to make this little video is because I've had people over the years call me and say, I've got some paper and stamping supplies. Are you interested? You know, I have gotten some really nice things out of a trip to someone's house to help them clear out some supplies that perhaps were their mother's or their sister's. For example, I got this corrugator in one of those, and I use this all the time. So there are times when you get something like this and it really kind of looks a little like trash, but it can be treasure. Now on something like this, I'll pull these little gems out. The rest of it I probably won't use and won't be able to pass on because it's not something that the schools will use here. But this is a very usable part of that pack. And it's okay if you have time to go through somebody else's stuff and help them a little bit in weeding through what they've got. Now, this diploma and perhaps the little gown, because I have a stamp that will do the cap, and these little stars definitely are something worth saving. The congratulations is not, because it's all wrinkled up. This is something that, while you don't think about it, doesn't really look very usable, but it would make a nice little embellishment for a Christmas basket for cards going out. Those are possible for something in card making, so I'm going to keep those. Let's see what this is. It feels like a magnet. It is a magnet. Post a photo. Let's see what's in here. I'm thinking maybe the 5th grade teacher can use these, very possibly, for students in her class. I'll pass that along. These little stickers are going to go to a friend of mine's granddaughter. She makes little gift tags for her teacher, so those are going to her. This looks like it might be a little envelope. I'm going to keep that just to look at it a little bit later. Okay, so out of that big bag of mess, I saved a couple things. Here's a nice wedding gown and tuxedo that would make a nice wedding or anniversary card, so I'll save those. This one I'm going to save for these little bows. The rest of them I probably won't use, but there's some rub-ons, just simple sentiments. I'll keep. This is some confetti and it's got some cute little snow people in there, so I may go back and harvest those and put those in my Christmas box. And I like these little red holly berries, and there's some little holly leaves in there. I don't know if you can see it. So this one I'll keep. These are some magnets. I can reface those with something else. I got some little stick-on bubbles, and I have some paper that I think those will go with. I have some acrylic stickers, which I thought might make some nice little hanging tags. And I kept some, these are Halloween stickers. I thought maybe those would make some cute Halloween cards next year, so you may see them again. My point being that you might get a few things that you can use. You might be able to find somebody to pass some things on to, or you might find a jewel in the rough. And I've done it time and time again. So when somebody calls and offers to give you paper crafting supplies, think about it. Do you have time to go through them? Do you mind throwing other people's trash out? That's always a concern. If you're a big hoarder and you're going to save everything, probably it's not a good idea to even get involved in that, or is it? For me, I don't have any trouble throwing trash out that I'm just not going to use. And as long as I've got a spot for it and think it's something that I will use, then that's a good thing to do. Things like this are always good for kids. They love making little stickery things. And so even though they're partially gone, kids don't care. They'll just be enjoying all that stuff. So I'll pass on what I don't need, keep what I want, and we'll move on to another day. So I hope y'all have a great week, and this is giving you some inspiration. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.